Hey y'all, it's your girl Jazzy, and we're back with another video. Hey, back with another video. Hey, back with another video. Hey, we're back with another video. Hey. Hey y'all, it's voiceover Jasmine, and if I sound a little different, I'm going to apologize now because I am having to record this from the bed because your girl was in a car accident, and that story will be for the video of the week of March 17th through whatever that Sunday would fall in. But this video is for the week of March 10th through 16th. All right. The kit that we're using is Pandabird Design. I think it's called Sunlight, something along those lines. I do believe it is still in her shop. This week was the week of daylight saving time. I think it ended or something. We did the spring forward. I don't know what's what. I know we had to change the clock. We lost an hour of time, and it's been crazy ever since we lost that whole hour. Okay, life ain't been the same. Something happened. We went into a different universe or something. It's just been crazy. And this here is the week where it seems to have all started. Okay, all of the crazies. I am doing a different type of filming this week. I will only be showing me laying down the weekly spread and the daily to-dos from the week. All right. We will not be doing the daily spreads because I'm trying to get these videos down to about 30 minutes. Okay. And I believe this one is at like 39, 40. So we're almost there. Not quite. So I'm just going to see how that pans out. And depending on how the dailies look, like how personal they may be, I may do flip throughs of them on like the next week. Because this here is the weekly is the week of the 10th through the 16th, but my dailies are for the week that we're on. So the dailies are for the week of the 17th through the 23rd. Okay, so like my dailies are not even completely done yet because I am recording this on the 21st. So I still have Saturday and Sunday to fill in, if any of that makes sense. But what I do is the same kit that I use for memory planning the week prior. I do use that for the daily pages for the week of. Okay. I've actually had thought about just doing a separate video. It was suggested I could do a separate video, or recommended to just do a separate video of me laying down the daily pages, the daily spreads. I think that's what I'm going to do because I do want to show that process as well, because everybody does not, what is it that I'm looking for? Everybody doesn't show their weekly, and what I try to do is show how I use these old style, I don't want to say old, but like the original style weekly kits and a Hobonichi-style planner. This planner is not a Hobonichi planner. It is a Rosy Life planner, but the community has shifted to this style of planners. Everyone is not using the A5 wide. So I want to show how I decorate mine because it's definitely doable, So like for this week, I took some of the torn pages and did those up at the top because you don't want it to get too bulky in one area. So I try to do something different for my header and footer of the page every week to try to add some variety so it's not bulked up in one space. Took some of those gilded edges as well. Those came from Sadie Stickers to add some accent. That header is not my favorite. I like where I was going with it. I feel like I didn't exactly achieve anything worth talking about. It ain't nothing to write home to mama about, as my grandma would say, but I did a little something. I did some staggered boxes on the side because, child, your girl didn't have no inspiration, okay? I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I did the staggered boxes. And I like how it turned out. It added some little butterflies over there and stuff. I think it turned out real cute. Now this kit, you know, everyone is using the washi paper now. Pandabird Designs for this particular kit did, this was before washi paper was a thing in the community, like it is now. So the stickers were on transparent matte. So you see I had to bring out my envelope opener, and I used that to kind of like melt that transparent matte smoother into the pages here. Now this planner, these pages are not the Tomoe River paper pages. This is just 80-pound paper, so it can withstand a little more than what the Tomoe River paper can. All right. And what I like to do as I try to create these scenes, because we do have the washi paper now, I have saved a couple of the blank sheets that some of the washi paper items that I've purchased in the past have come on, and I laid that on top of my paper so I can play around with scenes before I actually lay the sticker down. I forgot who I saw do it initially, but it is a trick of the trade that is that a lot of the babes are doing. Now, something that I need to work on is making sure that I got y'all in frame. I need to do that. Because now I'm looking back and I'm like, okay, well, what's she doing up there? Okay, I do believe I will pull it down in frame at some point. But I get so caught up in trying to figure out how I'm going to lay it down that I forget that I'm recording and making sure that I keep it in frame. Okay, so just bear with me. Please. There we go. Just bear with me. Now, also, I do believe this kit here from Pandabird Designs is what started that like tracing your full box thing that we do now in the community. I think this kit started it because she had that like gilded foil around 2 of the boxes. I do not use them here. I end up using them in the daily, but they were on that sheet. They're just floral full boxes that have that gilded outline on them. I believe this is where that really, if it didn't start here, this is definitely where it like really took off. Okay. So yeah, but she did hers. These already came that way. Last week, if you recall, I did outline a couple of boxes, and then for this upcoming week there are going to be some boxes that's outlined. So it is something that I do like to do. I just feel like it adds, because you're not putting the boxes in, for me, I'm not using it in a typical 7x9 way where they're just vertically placed. So just add a little oomph to it, make them stand out a little more. I'll outline the boxes, okay? Here I was playing around. I was trying to make this nice center scene in the paper, but it's like it wasn't flowing over the way I like for it to flow over to the next page with that box there. It wasn't looking right. So, excuse me. So what I ended up doing, I've kept the scene, but you'll see it's going to end up being moved. But the same thing, I'm placing them, I'm getting the scene built up on top of that paper, like that clear film, the backing, that clear backing there, so I can create the scene that I'm trying to create, and I can just find another place to put it on the paper. Okay. Child, I had some things that I was going to talk about from this past week, and then I'm like, now I'm drawing a blank. Just when it comes to the planning, I don't know. I done drew a whole blank. All right. I'm trying to use some of those little swirly things from dash of sun, and I was trying really really hard to make that fit somewhere because they're so cute, and those smaller ones are supposed to be corners that go around a box, but I was trying to use it somewhere else, child. But like I love the idea of placing all of the stuff on that backing, that clear backing, because you're able to move your pieces around before you actually transfer it to the paper, to the page permanently. You know, you get to play around with it and build your scene and then just plop it on the paper. I did put the month of March there. I don't know why I do that. That's something new for me. I don't know why I do it. I am still liking that, putting down the ink swatches throughout the paper and building it off, like placing around those just to get them down. That has been something that I have continued to do, and it has been helpful. Here, once again, just trying to play around and figure out the layering situation here. And your girl did not get any water, so hold one moment. All right, my bad. I'm sorry. I do know what I was going to say though. I am looking to get a little microphone. Okay. I'm looking to get a little microphone so I can do these voiceovers, and I think they sound more clear. So if you have any recommendations, you can definitely put the link in the comments. You can find me on Instagram as well, and let me know. I'm trying to find some on Amazon. Ain't trying to spend no whole fortune on none, okay, y'all? So, you know, your girl ain't trying to break the bank, okay? So just some affordable options for a little YouTuber to do some voiceovers, okay? Thank you. But yes, before I had to go get some agua. Yes, I am liking putting these ink swatches down, because then it helps me place around the daily to-dos. It kind of sets that standard for me, okay? Now, here your girl tried to add in a doll all last minute. I liked her over there by the sidebar, but I thought of it as an afterthought, and I couldn't pull up my scene, so that didn't work. And I did have a couple of dolls pulled, and this one here, I want to say this is my last small doll like this one from Stick with Katie for this particular. I think it came with like 3 of them. So I just put her down there because I also have to be mindful of the to-dos that I like, the things I want to remember from the week. So I also have to be mindful of those things as well, and making sure I have a place to put it, because this planner is only an A5 planner. So it's not like I have all this space. Now I want to keep the smaller planner because I don't always have a lot of things that I will notate. So I don't want to overwhelm myself and then I end up not doing it. What I have noticed, the B6 was an amazing size for me when it came to my scripture writing, but I got more in depth with my scripture, and that's why I moved up to the A5. But I also wanted to do the memory planning, and the planner I was using the memory planner in was an A6, and that was too small. So I'm like, okay, we're going to try the A5, and what I will do is I'll use the weekly, like I'm doing for memory planning, and then the daily will be for journaling, maybe scripture writing, or something along those lines. Like for today, my journal, I think I'm going to journal out a song that's been in my mind. And then when we went to our meeting tonight, they sung it. I don't know the name of it, but it's about God's goodness. And it has a line in it that says, "With my life laid out, I surrender now. I give it all to you, oh Lord. Your goodness is running after me. It's running after me." So I think I want to write out those lyrics for today, because that song was heavily on my heart today, and then to get to the meeting tonight and they play it. that's a pretty amazing thing, you know. And I've talked through the rest of the layering down, okay? So Monday. Okay, I was up late. Okay, so I got to use my little night owl. Okay, I like that from, y'all know White Deal Stationery. It's the same stickers. I think I may have 1 or 2 new shops in here this week. But y'all know the regular contenders, okay? This week here, so my husband used to be a teacher on top of being a pastor. He was a teacher, and it was just a lot. So he's going back to just subbing as needed. Well, the thing with him subbing is sometimes they call him in kind of last minute, and that's what happened this week. Okay, they called him in Monday morning for him to sub. Okay, so he subbed Monday morning, and then it went downhill from there for the week. Okay, we were actually trying to game plan. He has a lot on his plate, and I think he was preaching this week, I want to say also. So between him subbing for both, he subbed multiple days and then having to preach, I was like, we can start trying to divvy up some of this work and, some to-dos, and maybe I could step up a little more and help out when it comes to Bible study on Wednesdays. Okay. And that's what was supposed to happen. But then a text came through, nothing to do with him or anything, but it just stole off the entire week. So there is going to be my I'm so done sticker from, no, actually, wait. Nah, that was that meeting. That ain't had nothing to do with that text. That WTH, child, that was from work. That was from work. Okay, that was definitely a work situation that had me super aggravated. All right, so overly done with it, but I got through it. We got through the day, and yeah. Tuesday was the mayor's prayer breakfast. All right, I did not think about the mayor's prayer breakfast when I laid down that big old ink swatch right there. So hence you see I cut it and left some of it because that was going to be too much to cover. All right. But it was the mayor's prayer breakfast, and it was amazing. Now, first of all, the prayer breakfast was like a sunrise prayer breakfast. We got there at like 7. Well, according to my husband, we were supposed to be there at 6:30. We weren't supposed to be there at 6:30. I think we were supposed to be there at 7. But either way, we got there. It was before the sun came up. All right. And there was the speaker. They always have a speaker. His mom introduced him, and her name was Sevilla Stevenson with a V, and then his name is Freddie Stevenson. He played in the NFL. He was a former football player here at the high school here. He just gave his story, his testimony, was able to journal about that. It was really, really amazing. Let me go to the journal. Oh, here it is. It says, nope, that was not it. Where was it? She talked about peace, love, and prayer. And then one of my takeaways from his was, when hard times come, instead of asking God why, ask him, what are you trying to show me? And boy, oh boy, oh boy, did I need that. I needed that for that week and didn't even know it. That brother didn't know that he was speaking and giving me my jump start for the week. Now, in the moment, I did not realize that was, a message for me. But now looking back, it was what I needed. God, what are you trying to show me in this moment here? Okay. TJ did have to sub again. And that night I cooked. I tried to just throw something together real quick because I think this was the start of the whole text message situation with another family member that had me very upset. I cooked that night. This was also the Tuesday. Every second Tuesday, there's an administrative meeting at the church that TJ goes to. He has to go to. It's not like it's an option for him. So I like to notate that. I also notate that in my functional planner. So yeah. Oh yeah, I got to use my little breakfast sticker. This is from, I cannot think of the name of the shop. I will have the name on the screen for you. Okay, that's one of the newer shops. They are overseas, but it got here pretty fast, and their prices without sales are really good. Like really, really good. So yeah. And then TJ's meeting, I filmed. I don't know why that sticker, that's not what I ended up using. So I don't know what's going to happen. Something's going to happen. I ain't going to use that one. I don't know why. Yeah, see, because I'm like, wait, I got to put something else there. And I guess I threw that one away. I guess. And this ink pen, right? I love this fountain pen that I'm using. I love it on the paper directly, but it's not doing good for me on the stickers. It's like it's bleeding. Like the sticker paper is not absorbing the ink, so it's just sitting on it, and I'm having to wait for it to dry. So yeah, I won't be using that again on the sticker paper. I will just use it if I'm writing directly on the pages itself, as far as me journaling. Okay. So yeah, I think I'm gonna end up changing pens. Because then I pulled out my scripts to try to use as many of my scripts as possible. The custom strips come from Blissful Jade Design. She opens up customs the first weekend of every month. Her information will be down at the bottom. You know that, maybe you don't know, but that foiled camera comes from JK Creates Co. Her foiled icons are $2 Tuesdays, but her $2 Tuesdays are permanently in the shop. Her information will be down at the bottom, so you can definitely go check them out as well. And I think that's all for Wednesday. Okay, I think it's all for Wednesday. And then, no, that was Tuesday, child. Tuesday. Then Wednesday, all right, we ended up, TJ had a doctor's appointment that he ended up not going to. I need to get some more of like the clear cancel stickers so I can put that over the appointments. I had some during COVID that I was using. I need to get some more of those because I just crossed this out and I ain't like it. And you see I did get a new pen because I could tell by looking here at the writing on those first 2 days versus the rest of the days. Like the ink looks better on there. Okay. Wednesday, I was very, 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 like upset, like blown a head gasket upset on Wednesday. I needed some bad words. Okay. I ain't have none. You're gonna see me looking through to try to find some at some point. Don't know why I didn't edit this part out because I'm just gone and I'm still gone, huh? Because I'm trying to find some bad words to use and I ain't got no bad words. So I'm gonna end up just going with just some regular, I ain't gonna say regular, just with the words I got. All right. So yeah, this is me that go looking for the bad words right there. And I do have stickers with bad words, but it didn't have the bad words I wanted to use for that particular day. So now I'm like, I might need to get some stickers for some with the bad words I wanted to represent that day, but I don't want to be prepared to have to use, I don't want to use bad words. You know what I mean? I don't want to be angry to the point where I want to use them. But I guess I need to have them for days like this. Because mama said there'll be days like this. There'll be days like this. My mama said. Mama said. Mama said. Okay, y'all know that song? I think I do a song reference every video. And now that I sit here and realize I was supposed to take some medicine, that's why I was already in the bed. I was supposed to take some medicine and did not do that. Didn't do that. So I need to notate for next week that I didn't take my medicine. Well, no, I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it. But I might need to notate that I took it late. So, oh no. Somehow, some way, the kids got Chipotle 2 weeks in a row. Okay, they had not Chipotle. Oh no, that said Chick-fil-A. That's supposed to be Chipotle. That ain't supposed to be Chick-fil-A. That's supposed to be Chipotle. I wonder if I could change that out. Did I put it on the monthly? Let me see. What day was that? 10, 11, 12. No. Dang, I'm going to have to change that because I had Chipotle. And I want to notate that I had Chipotle, you know? Y'all are probably like, girl, you is worried about the wrong thing. But it only makes sense because now my planner is not telling the truth. And we can't have our planner out here lying. Y'all know. Those that understand, that know what I'm talking about, will understand. And seeing my dailies was all journaling about my feelings. So I didn't. No. So yeah. I'm going to have to change that sticker. So it will be changed. This is why I'm glad I get to go through this. Because I'm like, I know we have no Chick-fil-A like that close together. Because we just had Chick-fil-A the Friday before. And I said late night. That was me going to get me some Chipotle. Then I had some like conversation with the kids, just chopping it up with them, high-key with them. And yeah. And that's going to be the first half of the week. Now, going into the second half of the week is when things shifted for us. Okay. On Thursday, I worked from home. Okay, and I need to get some some WFH, like work from home stickers. I need some that has the abbreviation. I need some that says out work from home, and then I need some that say work at home. I need all that combination because I don't like writing this out. Don't ask me why it bothers me to write it out. I don't like writing it out. Okay, and that sticker is from Verse Planning. That is V. That's her with the computer. The Chick-fil-A sticker, but I do have a Chipotle sticker that is from Pandabird Designs and Whimsy and White Deer Stationery. I drew a blank for a second. All right. Thursday. We found out Miss Drew passed. Well, we didn't say we found out. She passed Thursday morning. And this one here, y'all, got your girl choked up, okay? She was such a sweetheart, okay? Her little self. She probably barely weighed 100 pounds, but child, she tap you on your shoulder, about to knock your shoulder out of the socket. I'm trying to hold her little hand, and she be squeezing my hand so tight. My baby. I can hear her now. My baby. So yeah, she we got word that she had passed away 4-day Thursday morning. So that kind of shook us, took us for a loop. This let me know that. So I ended up using the 6 sticker, but that's just how I felt though. Like, just really wanted to cry my eyes out, had wanted to blow my nose, but I held it together. But those are my emotions on the inside. But Miss Drew is the type that she wouldn't want you to cry. She wants you to celebrate. So yeah, and she ain't gonna be mad at me because I'm crying. Because, she gonna be like, I'm where I'm supposed to be at. I'm at home with the Lord. You better get your life together so you can be here. All right. TJ then had to turn around and preach at, I think it was Bethel. Pastor Shepherd is the over our Congress, and it was his church's anniversary, so they asked TJ to come and preach. So he preached that day. That evening, we got there early, child. Our church, when we show up and show out, okay? We show up. We're going to have the most members there. We're going to be there on time and all of that. But we got there early, and your girl was hungry. So that while we were waiting, I ran over to McDonald's because it was like McDonald's literally 2 blocks away. Went over to McDonald's and got me a kids meal. Well, let me tell you about God, okay? I got me a kids meal. The kids meal was a 6 count. But when I opened up the box, they gave me 10. Thank you, Lord. My husband was acting like he didn't want to eat nothing. He had some of them nuggets, being that they gave me 10. Yeah, he had some of them nuggets. So yeah, yep. Now Friday, there was not too much going on Friday. So this is where I realized. So what happens is, as I'm planning out the daily to-dos, I fill in space as needed. So I wanted to use that film strip. I put some words down there. It says she wore flowers in her hair and carried magic in her eyes. Because there was nothing else going on Friday. I really just wanted to notate. We did have a CR lesson, and it was ready, the acronym for ready, and I wanted to write that out here. And it's also written out in my planner on my journaling page. And ready does have a meaning. It's release, control, easy does it, accept the change, do replace the defects, and yield to grow. Okay. So I did want to notate that. And that was the big hoop to do for that Friday for me in this particular week. So I'm going to write all that out. Like I said, I also journaled about that. And that is why I like the option of having the dailies, because now I can go to that day and I can give you scriptures, for release control. That's Psalm 143:10. Easy does it. That's Psalm 37:5. And I can go back, and I also wrote out the scriptures as well. So by doing it this way, having the dailies in the back, I am able to, if it's something that's faith-based, I can journal that out. If it's something that's just talking about my feelings, I can do that. I have so many different things I could do back here. In the back, I got some journaling back here. That's why my pages be looking all kind of crazy. But this planner, I think I've shared this before. I did win this planner. It was only half a year, but I will be purchasing the second half because it has been perfect. This planner is going to take me through the rest of the year. And this is probably what I'm going to use next year as well. Okay. Now we're on Saturday. Your girl ain't in frame. I keep saying I'm going to do better. I am. Just keep praying for me. Okay. Saturday, our youth choir sang. They opened up, we have a Black History Museum here, and they had something called, I think it was Jazz in Blue Room, or the Blue Room Jazz Day Party Festival, something like that, child. Okay, just to sum it up, the Blue Room was like a juke joint, okay? The way they were describing it, now the old folks were saying it wasn't no juke joint. Come to find out, the juke joint, it was like, that was called the Matchbox. The Blue Room was a juke joint too. All right. But they feel like because they had their little senior prom now, that made it not be the juke joint. It was a juke joint. Ike and Tina performed there. It was a part of something called the Chitlin Express. It was very, very, very informative. And the fact that we have this type of history, we have to remember those things. Now, the actual building that was the Blue Room is no longer standing, but that space, that history that came through here, this was a Black community that created their own stream of income, their own entertainment on their own side of town, because it was segregated. That is something that our kids need to hear about, and we have to teach it, because they're not teaching it in school, so we have to teach it to them. So we did that. It was a nice event. Saturday ended up being an amazing day because I was able to not only record my voiceover for last week, but I was also able to go ahead and post it. Okay. So that came on Sunday. So that has kind of spearheaded me to try to get these things done ahead of time. And truth be told, I feel like I'm still behind, but I think after this week, because you're probably going to get 2 videos this week, I think I'm going to be where I need to be at or where I want to be at here. Okay. We going to see. We working it out. Because, see, I filmed the voiceover and posted it, but then I also filmed the Plan With Me, and that Plan With Me would be the one you're seeing now. But I'm not getting to do the voiceover to almost a week later, maybe. I don't know. We gonna figure out this whole posting thing, okay? Just stick it out with your girl. You here. I love you. We gonna get it all worked out. And see, I'm seeing that that sticker is going to be a Plan With Me. Y'all don't even know that yet. Because I guess, once again, I didn't record, edit out me hunting down that white dish stationery sticker. But I did a Plan With Me. I filmed it, and now I'm doing a voiceover. Of course, it was Sunday. Like I said, I am working on making sure I want to have a space so I can notate what the title of the sermon was, and also the scriptures that it came from. And I guess I'm working backwards because now I'm looking back at the screen and I'm writing down that I cooked Doritos burritos. And when I tell you, them kids love those. I have not done those in about maybe 2 years. And when they found out that was what was being cooked, they freaked out. Okay, I'm telling you, it's a very easy, simple meal. Okay. It's just like making burritos. You add some Doritos to it. Bam. Okay. Now, this sticker is not a burrito sticker. Okay. This sticker is a Hot Pocket sticker, but you probably wouldn't have known that if I didn't tell you, because your girl ain't got no burrito stickers because I don't be making burritos. Okay. But now we're going to write the scripture from Sunday. And I believe the title was Who Is Your King? If it wasn't, that's what we're going to go with. Because the pastor went over the attributes of a king. And he came from Revelations 19:11 through 16. So, yeah, that was the sermon for that Sunday. Like I said, I am just doing the week overview. Not going to do the daily pages. Let me know if you do want to see the daily pages, and I can make that be a separate video. And we can go from there. Yeah, child, I could have did a whole bunch more editing, okay? Because now y'all seeing me do the cleanup, and the cleanup be happening on the back end. But y'all see it. Y'all seeing it here. You know, it's a part of it, I guess, this time around, huh? Yep. And I guess I'm still cleaning up before I do the big reveal of the kit. This is hilarious. This is like a whole blooper, y'all. This is a whole blooper. And yeah, I don't know. I'm still cleaning up. I have to do the cleanup because I want all that stuff put up and tucked away. So when I'm done, I can show y'all the final. Oh, I'm showing y'all the stickers that's left over. I can show y'all what's left over. And then y'all have this nice, lovely view of the final outcome, okay? Now, those are all the stickers that I have to use on the dailies. Wiggle, wiggle. All right.